consultations with relevant stakeholders and sampling of opinions of Nigerians, BNG resolved and wishes to state the following. Number one, that the outcome of the presidential election, which took place on the 23rd February 2019, does not reflect the choice and the mandate of Nigerians. The spate of deliberate irregularities aimed at tiddling the results towards the incumbent and the candidate of the All Progressive Congress and the subsequent declaration of victory for same candidate is an assault on our democracy. It is no news that this declared result does not reflect the mood of the citizens and how they voted. Number two, the sham of an election which took place on the said date, the subsequent declaration leaves so much to wonder about credibility. Number three, in a country that already is struggling with severe erosion of societal values, it will be its greatest undoing to allow such broad daylight electoral fraud to stand unchallenged. Nigeria as a nation would have lost all moral standard required to try anyone for fraud or sin overt robbery. It will be rewarding everything wrong that a society that wants to make a progress should stand against. Number four, the death of innocent citizens who have set out to perform their basic civil responsibility in the hands of agents of governments whose primary responsibility is to protect them is highly condemnable. We mourn with the families of those who lost their lives. We mourn with the families of those who lost their lives in the violence, murder event. Assure them that those responsible for their demise shall face the consequences of their action in no distant time. These fellow Nigerians, the following questions beg for answers. How are we able to imbibe into young people that it is more honorable to fail than to cheat when the government cheats brazenly? How are we able to curb examination malpractices in our institutions if government cheats? For the good of the society, it is important that the necessary institutions enshrined with the responsibility to look into these complaints must do so and the right things be done. This daylight rape on a hard-earned democracy, if allowed to stand, shall signify the end of hope for a better society. Number six, we therefore wish to support the candidate of the PDP, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, to immediately resort to approach the court for redress, as this strengthens our democracy in a bid to claim the mandate which the people overwhelmingly gave him through the ballot box. We frown seriously at the perceived contemplation that going to court means reneging on the peace accord. For we understand that the courts are a part of a democratic process, and reaching out to them for perceived grievances does not in any way mean war. It is important that the PDP candidate realizes and consistently keeps in his memory that this is not about him, but that the PDP candidate realizes, this is not about him, but about those given the mandates. While we understand that he may be under tremendous pressure not to approach the court, we want to remind him that anything short of that shall be tantamount to abandonment of people's mandate and shall be a huge disappointment. Number 7, we also want to draw the attention of the world and all the relevant stakeholders to the incessant harassment of citizens perceived not to be supporting the President Muhammadu Buhari-led federal government. Number 11, lastly, we call on all stakeholders of Project Nigeria to keep faith and rise to the occasion to defend our democracy and the processes that sustain it. Even as we unambiguously state that we join millions of Nigerians who have rejected the outcome of the presidential election as announced by INEC. In conclusion, we call on the judiciary to consider this case for its merits. The people shall be watching keenly as the events unfolds. Hence, the destiny and future of Nigeria shall now be in the hands of the judiciary. Better Nigerian Group shall not relent in mobilizing all Nigerians in demanding for a better Nigeria through the restoration of the people's mandate and subsequently restore their confidence in our democratic institutions. Thank you all.
And become great, committed patriotic citizens, because if under his watch this sham was conducted.